Now we're ready to enter in our articulations, dynamics, and our phrasing. So when you're entering in articulations, Sibelius does that using the keypad. First thing that I notice is that the fermatas are only on the flute part, and we need to have them on all of the parts. Now I can select a note and then go to one of the different keypads and then just simply click on it. But you can also select multiple notes, which is nice. You're going to be so that makes that a little quicker to go ahead and enter those in. All right, the other articulations in some of them, the more common ones like staccatos, for example, I'd like to put staccatos on all of these notes here, can just be added that way. Okay, and so you go through and you can use the different palettes here to enter in those. With my articulations all entered, now I'm ready to enter in some dynamics. Dynamics are found under the text tool, and the expression is right here, but you'll notice that there's a shortcut Command E for that. And yes, you have to select your notes first. Oops. And press Command E. Okay. Now you can type those in, and Sibelius will know those. So let's say I want to start out at the mezzo piano. And so we can just type that in. Now once I've created those, I can use the Option click shortcut to copy and paste them into all of the other parts. So we'll go in and add a few more of those. Okay, and we can do that. We'll complete those now. All right, so we have most of our dynamics entered in. I'm going to enter in just one last collection there. So we'll put P and Option click those in there. Now you can see things are getting just a little too tight in here, so I think we're going to have to space things out a little bit. And to do that, you just simply click on it. You want to be careful though, because it's really easy to get things that look like that. So you just don't overdo it, just kind of pull it along, and Sibelius will increase the spacing a little bit for you. All right, so now I'd like to add in some lines. Okay, lines are both slurs and articulations, and slurs and crescendo and decrescendo. So we'll start out with the slurs. Now the slur tool is very easy to use. You click on the first note, type an S, and it'll give you a slur. And so if you just need a two-note slur, you can just go right through there and do that all you want. Now if you'd want more than two notes, you click on it, and then you have a handle, and you might want to actually zoom in a little bit when you're doing these. So let's go ahead and zoom in. View, sorry. Make it just a little easier to see, and now you can see that handle, and we'll drag right in there. Okay, so we can go through and do those. Now I might, if you want to do, so maybe here I want to do something a little longer, and so S. And then I'd also like to go ahead and put in a decrescendo right in here. So I think I'll go ahead and click that note. I'm going to select L, and then I'm going to select a decrescendo, and it'll put that in. And once again, I can click on it, hold the Option key, and just copy and paste it. So we'll go ahead and go in and put in the rest of our lines. Now once again, you can see that I've entered in all of the lines, and we have one that's indicated red, which telling us that things are just a little bit too tightly spaced. Now we can try to move them around, and you can just kind of do it manually. But as I look at this, I'm just thinking that this is just a little bit too big. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reduce this just slightly. And we just want just a little bit more white space. And I think that looks just quite a bit better. All right, so now the last thing we need to do is we need to add in our titles, and because it does not import that from the music XML, so we'll go ahead and select our text, and we need a title. Let's see, where is it? Title. Okay, and we'll just call this tutorial 3. And then we also need the composer, and JS Bach will be fine. And then finally we also need our arranger, which they don't actually have an arranger, so we'll just go ahead and create another composer. And we'll put our name there. And so now we've completed this one.